Ed Soldier here, and I am back to talk about Star Trek Discovery Season 4, Episode 1, and my thoughts on this episode. Well, we're back. We are back to this shit show. Oh my god, this was a terrible episode. Yes, we're getting right into it. Fucking terrible. But it's good news for those people who actually like this show, because this show is so fucking good. Netflix has kicked it from its fucking platform. That's how good this show is. Netflix won't fucking touch it and has pretty much got rid of it. But apparently, this is the best Star Trek show ever made. How deluded do you have to be to still consider that fact? I mean, my god, with this episode, boring and stupid at the same time. Oh god, Discovery. You live up to your name, which is bullshit. I mean, was there anything good about this episode? No. Michael Burnham finally being the fucking captain, like she should have been like last season, but they didn't want to, put her in the captain seat yet. They wanted it to be a special moment, which it wasn't. Uniforms look bad, pretty much trying to copy from the original series and also from the Next Generation. I mean, they're just not good uniforms. They look like shit. I mean, you can see it on the screen. It looks like shit. And the state of Starfleet, the dilithium shit, I mean, I just don't care. This episode should have shown us where Starfleet is now, but we didn't get any of that. We just got told shit. We didn't get shown anything. Apparently there's a new president of Starfleet as well that we get introduced to in this episode. I mean, it was obviously going to be a woman because it can't be a man, because men are not good at leadership. It's just, fucking Discovery. It gets worse every season. It really does. And now this new epic bad thing that's going to be the big thing in this season, which is just another... Whoops. Sorry, hit my stand. Again, anyway. Another big bad thing that we're going to have to figure out what it is at the end of the season. And we all know it's going to be something fucking stupid. Like last season, when it was a boy who cried over his mother that destroyed the entire fucking galaxy. This is not epic. You don't have to have every season be this massive galaxy-destroying thing on every fucking season. It really doesn't need to be that epic. Like, Next Generation didn't have to have a massive galaxy-wide shit. Deep Space Nine wasn't a massive galaxy-destroying shit. It was just a war. Voyager, people trying to get home. But Discovery seems to think that it's going to get more viewers in by having just a massive galaxy-destroying thing. And that's going to get people to come back. Well, it's not going to happen. And the ratings for this show have been going down ever since it's come out. So, it's a slog to get through as well. And the fucking... the scenes when the characters are talking to each other, it's so uncomfortable to watch because it doesn't feel natural. There was a scene between Burnham and Tilly and they're trying to joke with each other, and it felt so bloody fake. This show is a disaster. But the only reason it's going to get a season 5, because this shit is definitely getting a season 5, is because they can't let Discovery be the least, have the less amount of seasons. Because it would show that it is a disaster. I mean, it is a disaster. But CBS and Kurtzman don't want to have that, kind of proof out there. If they don't have like at least more seasons than Enterprise, then they're going to be seen as the biggest failure in Star Trek history. Again, they are, but who the fuck cares? Ugh. God damn it. I mean, I wouldn't mind so much if there was just one thing I could point to and say there was something good in this episode. I mean, I genuinely would say something good about this episode if there was something, anything. But there really isn't anything. I mean, there's a scene that made me laugh so hard that, and I saw it coming. I knew he was going to pull that weapon out, but oh my god, the way he does it, and then the way that he puts it away. How is this show still going? How? There's nothing good. Alright, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get into spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Alright, the episode starts us off with Michael and David meeting up with some people to try and offer them dilithium to get them to trust Starfleet again. But these people, not stupid, they know there's strings attached to the dilithium. Even though Michael Burnham's saying there's no strings attached. There's no strings attached to this dilithium. We're going to give it to you for free. Michael, there's strings attached because you're giving them this dilithium so they'll trust you, and you're hoping that they rejoin Starfleet. So there is strings attached. So what's the fucking point? Why not just fucking say that to them? Yes, we're giving you this dilithium so you'll come back to Starfleet. That's all you had to say. And these people, obviously, you know, seeing the burn, seeing what happened, they don't want to trust Starfleet, they don't want to trust anybody, they want to kind of look internally because of this massive galaxy problem that happened, which made people have to look internally to protect themselves from everybody else. So, just going there and offering them dilithium isn't going to fucking just make everybody come back to Starfleet. Like, it's been hundreds of years of Starfleet being, you know, collapsing and the galaxy collapsing. You know, it's not going to be easy for people just to go back to Starfleet. But the way these, apparently the butterfly people, and oh my fucking god, you couldn't have come up with a better race than butterfly people. God damn it. Anyway, these butterfly people don't trust Burnham. They attack Michael. They attack Burnham and David. And they then talk about a cat that's then a queen. And then the butterfly people then say, let's save the queen. Stop with the fucking jokes, Discovery, because they're not funny. You are nowhere near Orville level of comedy. Nowhere fucking near. Like, I'm sick of it with you. I'm sick of the fucking attempts at comedy. Could you go back to the first season where you didn't do anything funny? Because at least, that was more palatable than this garbage. Fucking garbage, this show. Anyway, Michael Burnham then decides to help this race because she starts to notice that they can't fly right and they're not hitting their new ship because David's created this mini ship so they could escape from these butterfly people, and Michael Burnham wants to help them by, I think it was to do with their satellites to help them aim better. I mean, that's clever, Michael. They're trying to kill you, so help them aim better. That's smart, because that's what Starfleet does. Fucking stupid. Why not go back up to your ship, then help them? And somebody's going to say, well, she wanted to prove herself to these butterfly people. You could do the same fucking thing in safety. I mean, Anyway, stupid fucking thing. They fix the fucking satellites. The butterfly people say thank you, and then Michael Burnham gives them more dilithium to prove that there's no strings attached, and then she fucks off back to Starfleet, where we find out Starfleet Academy has been closed down for 100 years. That is bullshit. And I'm going to explain why that's bullshit. Because you still have Starfleet fucking officers. You still have Starfleet personnel. So how the fuck have you been training all of the Starfleet crews, all of the Starfleet captains that you had? Because if you're telling me Starfleet Academy has been closed for 100 years, who the fuck's been training all these other personnel? It's dumb. It's fucking dumb. How the fuck does that make sense to you? You fucking idiot writers. Because you just want to have this special fucking moment of Michael fucking Burnham opening up new Starfleet. No! You could have just had this basically the same thing if I just talking to these new fucking cadets and not having this moment you're trying to make special. Because it's not bloody special, it's fucking stupid. You already had Starfleet personnel that were being trained. So there must have been a Starfleet Academy some fucking where. How do you get this show on air? How does nobody go to the writers and say, how are you so thick? Anyway, Michael Burnham makes a fucking speech to these cadets saying that they're the future of the Starfleet. Turns out, you know, there's a president. The new president is also there. She makes a bloody speech and it's praising, you know, Michael Burnham. Because again, there's so much praising of Michael Burnham and her crew in this episode. Like I could give a shit. Anyway, so the president makes a speech. Michael Burnham doesn't like the president because she thinks, you know, she's a politician, so she's a lying cow. I mean, hard not to agree with her there. Then we go to another scene where a station... Oh no, I completely forgot about our fallen captain. What is his name again? Saru! Where's this Saru right now? The guy who had to leave Starfleet to be with the depressed kid is back on his home planet, talking to his people, and I'm going to get through his shit pretty quick, because he was a side story, so I'm just going to get through it quick. So, he's on his planet. Turns out his people and the people that enslaved his people, they now work together on their planet, and Saru makes some speech about, you know, we all live on an island together, we should all share our resources. But he misses Discovery and he wants to go back to Discovery. I mean, we all know what's going to happen. In his next episode, he's going to go back to Discovery, but he's not going to be captain. He's going to be second in command. Or he's not... Oh, no, because Tilly's second in command, isn't she? So, I don't think they're going to take second command away from a woman, so he'll be third in command. And he will be a bitch, and he will accept that shit. Even though he was captain. Because they ain't taking that shit away from Michael Burnham now. He's going to be bitch, third in command. I will say this. I did like the relationship between him, Saru, and the kid. You know what? Again, it's a nice story. But that's it. Done. That's Saru's story. He's coming back to Discovery, but there's no way he's going to be captain. Anyway, on to Discovery, on to Michael Burnham. They get a signal from some star base that's gone out of control. They send Michael Burnham to save the base. The president of the Federation decides to go with them. And I agree with Michael Burnham. It's a terrible idea. It's a fucking stupid idea to have the president of the Federation go on a dangerous mission. She dies. The head of the fucking government is dead. And that's going to create massive problems for the Federation, which is just rebuilding. Oh, and apparently there's now 59 planets in the Federation. Kind of wish they said 69. Might have been funnier. That might have been a funny joke, Discovery. 69 planets. 69. Funny. Haha. This show. Anyway, so Michael Burnham jumps to this base. The base is going out of control. So they go over to save the base. They send over Tilly and they send over... What's her face again? Toll. You know, the they-them person because you've got to respect the pronouns, even though they don't ever mention her pronouns in this episode. I wonder why. Because maybe you don't mention people's pronouns in normal conversations. Anyway, so they beam over. The commander of the base. We all knew he was going to go insane. We all knew he was going to make some sort of decision that was going to make him look bad, and Tilly was going to, save him from himself. When we all knew this was going to happen, and I'm going to get through this bit pretty quick. So basically, what happens with this whole situation is, Commander goes insane. He wants all of his crew to do a suicide mission to get to another platform because the place that they're in is, getting destroyed without aviation suits, so they'd all be dead. How did he get command of a base? How? Because he's not good under pressure, he makes stupid decisions, and he's a fucking dumbass. And the funniest bit with him, the funniest bit, and this just made me fucking laugh continuously. He pulls a gun on Tilly. He pulls a gun, and he doesn't go insane. Like he does. He still apparently he seems calm that he just pulled his gun on another member of Starfleet. He's calm about it. It didn't look like he was going crazy. It just made it was just he just made a bad decision. And they keep trying to go through this episode saying that he's going crazy, even though he's calm as fuck throughout this entire thing. He is calm as fuck, but he's going crazy. Apparently, the episode's trying to tell you that because the goddamn actor cannot show crazy. It's either bad acting or bad directing. Jesus Christ, he seemed sane to me until he pulled the gun out and made me fucking laugh out loud. But yeah, apparently he was going crazy. And at the same moment, Michael, who's the captain of the ship now, so we don't get this bullshit of Michael just going behind the captain's back and doing stupid suicide missions on her own. She's now captain, so she can do the suicide missions with her own command. But unfortunately, the president points this out, like, you do realise it's a stupid decision for you to go out and do a suicide mission, right? Because you're the captain of the ship. And it's like, Michael, she's fucking right. You don't do this anymore. You're the captain. You fucking die. It's a bigger fucking problem for the ship now. You're not a third in command or a second in command anymore. You're the captain. You die. It's going to fuck a lot of people up. So, and in this episode, Michael nearly dies. But we all know she's not going to die. We all know she was going to prove the president wrong. But she takes a pod out, gets hit, nearly dies, but manages to save the crew on the base. She gets back to the ship, back to Discovery. They save the crew on the base. They then get hit by this rubble, and the commander of the base, which we all knew someone was going to die as soon as that bit of metal hit the back of Discovery. And we all knew it wouldn't be the they, them, or Tilly. We all knew it would be the commander. Because he's white and he's male. Suicide was always on the cards for that guy. Ugh, goddamn Discovery. Yeah, and that's Discovery's story finished. Oh, and then Michael and the president have a discussion about Kobayashi and Maru. I am very surprised they didn't say Michael defeated it. I was shocked. Because Michael says she failed it. And I was like, are you feeling alright, Discovery? You just said Michael failed at something. Are you okay? Are you okay? You just said Michael's failed at something. Are you sure, Discovery? Are you sure Michael didn't just pull it out of her ass and beat the Kobayashi Maru faster than anybody else has ever done? I was shocked. Very shocked about that. So the president and Michael have a discussion about the Kobayashi Maru test about people dying because Michael got people killed because she wanted to save everybody, and the president has to point out to her, you can't save everybody. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice people. That's the problem with command. You do have to make life and death decisions. And when Michael says not, she knows that, but she can win when she can. And the president just tells her that they're now making new weapons and new ships and new equipment, and that she's looking for a new captain of the new Voyager that they showed at the beginning of the episode out of the new Archer shipyard, because they had to get Archer in there. Just reminding you about better Star Trek. Yeah, not really smart Discovery. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't call it Michael Burnham Shipyard, but okay. I thought they would. Anyway, she says that she needs a new captain for Voyager. Again, better Star Trek. Just keep reminding us of it. But she doesn't want to pick Michael Burnham because she just can't make the most. She cannot make the important decisions. And then Michael and her have like this fight, and then they get called to the bridge because David, his planet got attacked by something. Turns out that his brother's dead and his nephew's dead because something blew up and it destroyed the planet, and that's how the episode ends. I know people want me to go through David's story. I can't be asked, okay? Alright, I'll go through it quickly. He went to the planet because apparently his nephew was going to become a man. They're showing him their power. They can feel energy through animals and shit. That's his story, okay? It wasn't that epic. I didn't feel a goddamn thing about the planet being destroyed or the fact David lost his brother and his nephew. Couldn't give a shit. And that's how the episode ends. With the new big bad. We're going to find out more next week. And that's the end of the episode and end of my review. Terrible episode. Goddamn. How the fuck does this show keep going? Ugh. But more to come. And more reviews to come as well. This is Hail the Phantom Menace. Long live CG. If you like this episode, give it a like. If you dislike this episode, give it a dislike. And if you like my videos, do think about subscribing. Bye.